Oh, I found him. Awesome. Hey! I'm back! I'm glad to see you're back. I'm your host, the Prince of Play Solon, and welcome back to Arcade Spirits. When we last left off, we got a new job working the tickets at an arcade. And it's just dang sweet. Look how happy our kid is. Race car drift, having the frickin' day of his life. He looks like he's got a new lease on life, and he's only, a little dying inside. But at the end of last episode, I promised that I'd show a little bit about this line right here that just says, I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. And that's true. They're cheap, silly little toys that you get in an arcade. You don't remember anything about going to the arcade, necessarily what you did there, but you do have just trinkets around your house that remind you, oh yeah, 2 years ago, I had a birthday party and I took all my friends to Bullwinkle's in South Center. Maybe it was 2 years ago. It might have been 3 years ago. Right across the street from it, Round 1 now exists. I probably would have taken them there if given the opportunity. But, because Round 1, oh my god, Round 1's cool. But Bullwinkle's was there, and I took them there, and we had a great time. And at the end of the day, all of us got domino masks. And if you're a fan of the show, you've seen these before, because we've used them a lot over the years. Me and the QB Kid and our little bandit personas, we wear these all the time. They are gross and smell bad. And I should wash them, probably. But that's beside the point. The point is, you remember those memories for years to come. Just, even though they don't mean a lot. But they do. They mean everything. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in my room that's like weird stuffed off-brand fake Pikachu from when I won it at a state fair I was a child. It must have been 2003 or something, 2005. And it don't look right. It sure ain't a Pikachu, but it was my Pikachu. It was mine. And that was like a teddy bear that I had with me. I do remember exactly what I played for it. It was like a horse racing game where you squirt the water pistols, and that's how I won the prize. Yeah, those are memories. Those are nostalgic memories. We're gonna make some nostalgic memories for the kids. And I thought that was the dang sweetest thing, and I wanted to put some sweetness vibes into today's episode. So we're gonna, any minute now, just gonna, Okay. Should I get my phone out? Is it okay? I crave the sweet embrace of death. I want to die. Please, someone, destroy me. Obliterate my everything. Crush my soul into pieces. I'm sitting here for 2 hours now. Nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass, or a colored pencil set, or a light-up yo-yo. Lunchtime is approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. This is my first customer. They've arrived before I start wondering if one of those 500 ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. There they go, just walking right on by. Is that our first person? Hey, is that our first person? That was definitely our first person. We're gonna date them. They were cute. His head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Was he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed, unemployed game aficionado. In fact, seems a cool dude. Seems pretty stuck up. Damn, he's hot. That's my kind of guy. It's really hard to commit to that right away. I'm not great at commitment. It is literally my biggest weakness. He seems a snappy dresser. Seems a cool dude. Just accept it, please. Please don't hate me. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? Pleased to meet you. I'm Race Car. I am Francine. I had some work done. Nah, I'm the new hire. Not that anyone wants prizes. Let's just be amicable. I don't want him to hurt me. Because I feel like... Not like physically hurt me, but like... I feel like he would emotionally fillet me if I say something jerky to him. He'll make me cry immediately. With like 3 well-placed words, he'll destroy my heart. Hello, I am race car driver, your new hire. I'm looking forward to working with you. I assume you are literally the snappiest dressed man I have seen in my life, because I live in dire straits most of my life. So, I'm going to assume that I'm your new hire. Not a co-worker, you are obviously above me. He relaxes somewhat hearing that. Somewhat.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gusto for an octogenarian. Loves working the floor, but sitting here all day handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So she explained the job to you. Gave you the papers, right? She said Gavin could handle that stuff? Hello, Gavin. Feeling a headache coming on.
Good day.
That'd be me. I'm Gavin Cooper. I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes. Right, so as you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes, but that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant. You attend the floor. Oh, like the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor, the arcade, the games, the patrons. The floor. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out the problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need you 2. 1 to roam, 1 to operate the desk. You're in. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you've likely gathered. That's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner. If things go south, just tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Hey, I got a phone. You got a number? I'll trade. I'll give you my phone, and you can give me your number. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. Yeah, I'm doing business right now. This is a business transaction. Apparently he's got a stack of them. It's right in his pocket. Go figure. Yeah, there's a phone number listed at the bottom. You ever worked a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales? Smelly socks? You have no idea. Right, well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi in that order. Who and whomst? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Comprendo? Okay. But 911 for huge emergencies, right? This isn't my first pony ride. You can rely on me. Relax, I got this. Stress feeds me, makes me strong. All right, let's be reliable. Balance. Oh, that seems like, blue. That's his thing, isn't it? Your thing is the balance of it all. It's not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service. I've worked as a lifeguard at a pool. Managing stress in difficult situations, even life or death ones, is sometimes something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. I earned a Gavin point. Specifically for Gavins. You got +1 Gavin points.
Indeed.
Excellent. I like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat there. If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimmingly. I have enough problems keeping this magical ark of hopes and wishes afloat. Please don't add to my problems. A magical ark of what now? Why is this an ark? It could be like a spaceship or shipping container of hopes and dreams. Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture. His expression softens somewhat afterwards. I take it Francine told you her theory that this is like more than a job, more than an arcade. That's my understanding, yeah. I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everyone working here wants to work here. This is where they belong for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically. The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality. My job is to see that it never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business.
Seriously.
You find some value in this place beyond your salary or you'll burn out. Trust me, last guy to sit there burned out hard. Can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits? Why are you so aggressive? I just got here. What's your thing? I'm trying to figure out my why. Tell him I'm trying to figure out my why. To be honest, I'm still trying to find out why I'm here. What my dream is. Who is Race Car Drift? The man, the myth, the legend. I'm not here to step on anyone else's dreams in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. Good to hear. I got 2 Gavin bucks. Dang, I'm winning the Gavin game. I would say I share similar views then. It'll be a pleasure to work with someone who's actually enthusiastic and competent. Hopefully this hive of weirdness will help you find your dreams along the way. Anyway, I need to prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's, but since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyways, it'd help us out a lot. Just pay me, pay me on this one. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. Good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Anyone else here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through the door, one next to the UFO catcher, crane game, you know, that thing. To use layman's terms. UFO catcher. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to go crunch numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he crunches quietly. My first coworker ended up being decidedly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be. Oh, I kind of thought he was kind of neat guy. Damn, race car, don't like your boss, huh? Said less cool of a guy I thought he'd be. He's not a total jerk. I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. Decided to give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, there's my crane game. Let's go meet our next coworker. Double door, marked employees only. Arg! Another apostrophe. Why do we all have onlys? We as employees don't need an only. Leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area. Oh, cool. I've actually never seen, the back side of this. Yeah, perfect. This is a cute little workshop. Oh, we got everything here. Little tiny boxes of varying sizes and depths and broken machines. Oh, yeah, this is great. We got a little bit of everything. And I like the filing, what are those drawers? They're not filing cabinets. The tools drawers. They're all. I grew up in a workshop like this. This is fun. Oh, I'm all nostalgic for this now. When I used to work on barcode scanners. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like a CRT tube monitor. I didn't realize tube monitors had so many circuits. Well, yeah, the tube monitors, you remove the tube and you look at the monitor and that's monitor guts you're looking at. He doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me. Hello? Hi, I was worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump high, she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that. Hello. Hi, Naomi. What's up? I need a favor. And that's to know everything about you and what your situation is right now. Hey, you know, this room's employees only, and guess who? Guess who's employee now? I'm Racecar Drift. I'm the new floor attendant starting today. Oh!
Hi.
Hey, I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my texts. Oops. She spares a glance at her phone. On the nearby workbench, there's a huge stack of green notification messages lying in wait. Ooh, that is probably right there, huh? What's your ticket situation say? You got a bunch of tickets in queue or something you gotta fix up? Alright, one thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. Oh wow, so we just straight up like judge every person the moment we see them. No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. Oh my god, she's so cute. I just want to hug her, but that would be super inappropriate. I always assumed retro arcade nerds were fat middle-aged guys. Oh, well, there's one of these that's not totally embarrassing. But two of them that we can pick, and they are both radically different. And it's, again, I don't want... She is super cute, and so was the last person. Aww. If I go too far down this road, I'm scared that I won't be able to like end up like hanging out with anyone. But also, it's still weird to date your coworkers. It really is. I would never recommend dating your coworkers IRL. Do that in the fantasy lands, in the fictional places like this. This is a safe place for dating your coworkers. Just my advice. Episode 4, big advice moment. Don't date your coworkers. This room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated with heavy doors. I can barely hear the arcade. That's why I didn't notice her. But when I first noticed her smile, even when squinting to see the tiny components on the circuit board, even when laser focused, she's smiling happily.
Hello.
I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi, pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin though. Usually checks on me about now. He's busy doing strange things to numbers.
Ugh.
Yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great! Ah, give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time. What happened last time? You dropped it, yeah. Oh, right. She helps me lift the large cathode ray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place with the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to the other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. I love computer repair. This is the first time I've ever seen inside of one of those things. It's weird. There's like a lot of empty space. A couple large slabs of circuits, and then that beefy monitor. I'm trying to remember what context it was in, but there was a weird SNK arcade game that wasn't like set up like a normal arcade game, and it involved like 3 monitors that you had to put like, they had to like specially make wide long monitors to put side by side, or you had to like fit certain monitors in just to make this game work, or maybe it was a series of games. Like, arcade machines are bizarre and fascinating creatures because they play with light and space in bizarre ways. And they're not necessarily optimal. Like, there's no optimal way to play some of these games in an arcade setting. And so, yeah, arcade cabinets are all an art of their own. They are strange, bespoken creatures. Why is it empty in here? We could fill the empty space with nacho dip. Haha, I'm funny guy. Haha. I don't know. I don't know about this whole funny guy thing. Hey. Can I look at... Oh, you know what? No, I've got the Q button, I think was what they said. I can't look at my Iris stuff yet. Oh. I've never seen the guts of a game. Let's see how she responds to, like, jokey, silly stuff. Let's pack that baby with some thick, tasty guac and have a nacho party. Haha.
Hello.
Yeah, I didn't think... That joke specifically won't go over well. I don't think she's all about silly folks. Trust me when I say, I've cleaned rat droppings out of rescued cabinets. That's a terrible idea. That also sounds very inspired. All right, let's see where we're at on the big list of things. We are absolutely nowhere with Naomi. But we got max level over here. Extremely zany and tough. Hi, Iris. I like this little tableau. This screen's really cute. Return to that game. Well, there goes my appetite. Obviously, shouldn't have been joking around like that. Not a great idea. Just kidding, I'm always starving. Where are the tacos? Naomi keeps working using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as we chat. No, seriously, why is it so empty? It's a matter of form over function, I'd say. Compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so you play sitting down, but I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. I guess so? I guess so. There's so many different types of cabinets, and a lot of them are sit down, a lot of them are stand up. God, it's boggling thinking about. I once went to Denver and just went to like a bunch of different arcades in Denver, and they had a retro style Japanese arcade there that was really interesting. I've been to modern arcade, Japanese style arcades, because Seattle area is a lot of Japanese influence. That's not a hard thing to get over here. But a retro one I haven't seen. And they had like old fighting games, drill dozer games, Bust-A-Moves, tons of older like 90s, early 2000s Japanese imports, and all of them were sit-down arcade machines. You sat down at a little stool at all of them. I was like, oh, that's fun. That's cool. They had a Super Monkey Ball cabinet with the big banana, and you use the banana as a joystick, and that's just funny as heck. That was actually a really good, great maintained machine. Yeah, good memories there. And in Denver. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the key ring at her side, then steps back to admire her handiwork. She's genuine joy in that smile. Not just a job well done, but at looking at the whole thing. It's like it's a fine sculpture. An artist!
Beautiful.
Ah, classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, bold font on the marquee, and the bezel artwork. The what? The what? The artwork? I don't know if I ever saw Midway. I'm thinking of my Midway cabinets like Blitz Games and Hang Time and I guess NBA Jam would be the arcade name for it. And I'm like, bold logos, not necessarily the sexiest art I've ever seen on an arcade cabinet. With a sigh, Naomi points out key features to me. Strip across the top, the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. And I mean, you see it too. Look how beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give the game its own unique feel. As for me, well, a bunch of weird looking boxes in a row looks ugly. I agree, it's beautiful in its own way. So you're our resident game historian then? Let's be nice, okay. The way she stares lovingly at this box of wood and circuits of vacuum tubes and stuff, I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing, the art, the style, and of course the game itself. All of it part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or on a game console instead, it's made lesser. Not necessarily. There's some good ports out there. I'm just saying, there's some good ports out there. Mega Man ports, SNK ports. They may not be in the arcade cabinet itself, but there's some cool stuff in there. I could see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Okay, Naomi responds really well to, you know, just being nice and normal and not a weirdo. Good to know. Finally, so few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Especially with Gavin running the numbers. What's wrong with Gavin? He seems like a sweet guy.
I don't know.
He doesn't seem like a sweet guy. Wow, there's already drama. Day -1. I don't even work here technically yet. And I've already got drama scoops. Okay. Well, don't get me wrong. I can get along with him. Generally, his whole attitude just up.
Ugh.
All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his druthers, he'd gut the whole place. If anyone's gonna ruin the funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. Oh my god! That's some Raisin Bran 2 scoops of drama we're hearing. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me the whole speech about protecting dreams and stuff. This looks like a sore point. A long-standing argument with a new guy I really shouldn't get involved with. And yet I'm involved. I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. How are we going to make this work? I'm not sure if I should prod at it, but I kind of... Oh. Clear the air and find out more. Oh, yes. I get this is touchy, but I'm gonna work here. I want to be honest with each other. No gossiping. Why do you think Gavin wants to destroy the arcade? He buys into Francine's idea that this is a place for dreams. He says he does. She's willing to sacrifice way too much just to keep the whole thing afloat. Road to hell, best intentions, etc. If he had his way, this place would be like Deco's palace. Nothing but ticket games and prize catchers. He thinks actual video games are too expensive. Waste of floor space. I bet he'd remove them all if he had his way. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him to do the right thing. That's my problem, not yours. Sorry to drop gossip on your head like this. Thanks for hearing me out anyways. Yeah! Okay. Okay. I like that so much. That's cool as heck. So, this is a role-playing game thing, not necessarily a common dating sims thing, and so it's really nice. When you build a character for your role-playing game, you should always give them a goal and some kind of contention with another character. You know, get them really ingratiated with the other characters in your universe. So, like, when you make a character, make them, like, you know, give them a goal that they're fighting for. With Naomi, we know it's to build the funplex in a way that brings in old technology and doesn't throw out things that just aren't in style anymore, just because they, you know, don't fit with some modern narrative. That's her goal, is to keep her arcade cabinets working as long as possible so that they can maintain history. This is a noble goal. Gavin's is to make the arcade as successful as possible, especially so that everyone can maintain their dreams. This comes at odds. These clash if Gavin says, you know what? I'm going to get rid of all of the arcade cabinets that aren't selling very well and aren't producing us income, even if you like those games, Naomi. No, this is cool. This is a nice little touch to give us a little drama, not for the sake of making characters that don't like each other, but so that we can have characters that it can expand on each other. They can help each other grow by getting through these difficulties. Really easy. It's so simple, but it's something that's often taken for granted, especially in dating sims, where sometimes you're just surrounded by a bunch of doughy-eyed, beautiful samurai that are just protecting their homelands. Like, you know, you can have a little more than just doughy-eyed, cute samurais protecting their homelands. You can have a little more than just cute cats, that are trying to maintain their cat cafe coffee shop. Not that those games did anything wrong, just that they're, you know, when you're making your dating sim, you can always think about how your characters dislike and like each other. Anyway, let's get to the fun part. You're a strong, strapping kind of guy. Well, you're strong at least. Well, kind of a guy. That's enough. I'm kind of insulted then. Okay, great, let's get to it. All right, a little to the left. Oh my god, I'm just gonna drag this arcade cabinet. We did it! We gave birth to a new arcade cabinet! Victory! I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, giant wooden box slotting into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheel dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. With the work done, she's all smiles again. I mean, are arcade cabinets that heavy? They have to be, because you've got like people banging against them. They're in a public spot, so they can't just fall over to any like breeze. But are they really that heavy? They've got to be. I mean, they've got to be pretty heavy. But also, they are hollow. Mostly hollow. They are also a giant TV, mostly. And giant TVs are very heavy. Oh, those tubes are finicky. I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out, Racer. Race car. Thanks for helping me out, Ratchikare. I think you're gonna do great here. Happy to help. Need taco. I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Please, Iris. God. I don't like Iris. I love her, but I hate her. Hey, so any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but no, not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's cheapo Wub Sub sandwich place, but even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Hey, I know. Wait right there. Is she gonna fix my problems too? Please take care of me. I cannot do it myself. Lunchtime! It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good healthy things. Wait, isn't this your lunch? Sure, why not? What? I first walked in as a stranger, she looked really uncomfortable with me, and wow. What are you gonna have for lunch then? I'll just eat nachos from the vending machine. Go hit the whole story next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But what about healthy eating? Naomi, no! Wait! Now I'm more confused. I can't help but think she's just looking for an excuse to go eat some junk food. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got love for these games, and it shows. Giving me her lunch, a total stranger? That's a kindness I don't know if I deserve. But I appreciate it all the same. Alright, so let's just kind of take a little analyzing. Let's take a little look-see, peek-see-o, at our big chart. We know Gavin is our balance kid. And Naomi... God, I hope I'm getting these names right. I feel like I barely met them. Naomi's our green heart. So we definitely got to meet some goofy friend. Someone brash. Would you find someone in the middle? I don't think so. I don't think we should find anyone that's like, hey, if you don't want to have any personality at all, here's a person that also has no personality. Like that doesn't make sense in a dating sim. Does it? I don't know. Maybe Francine? But she's all personality, so maybe that would clash. That could be interesting. Hey Francine, what's up? I don't have much personality. Can you help me fill that void in my entire soul? So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute, and hopefully can get me through the day. Armed with a box of health food, I retire to the employee lounge and get my munch on. Aww. Well, we've met two folks. We're gonna just hang out in the back area, have a seat, unpack this lunch. What are you? I'm just gonna take a moment. Hey, not to leave on a cliffhanger, but I do love leaving on cliffhangers. I'm just gonna block all of this so you don't have to see it. Because it's scary. And it scares me a lot. I don't want you to have to be scared either. When we come back next time, we're gonna find out what that is. And also, hopefully it's fine. And we don't get killed in the staff room of an arcade. Penguin there. Penguin there, baby. I love you very much. Thank you for hanging out with us for today's episode of Arcade Spirits. I'll see you next time for more!